If you are in a blue funk and want to wallow in it, you could do worse than watching The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, a mid-60s adaptation of a John le Carré novel starring Richard Burton. I do not know how much of the film's downbeat feel is le Carré's doing, and how much results from Hollywood mistaking desolation for profundity. Whatever the cause, it has to be one of the bleakest movies ever made. Alec Leamis, Burton, is a disaffected British agent. His control, Cyril Cusack, wants him to, quote, come in from the cold in an elaborate plot to bring down the head of Soviet, though technically East German, intelligence. The resulting action is so complex that you have to pay close attention and accept the morosity in order to flow with what is going on. To convince he is a potential defector, Leamis wanders the underbelly of British society in an alcoholic haze. Burton thus has the opportunity to exploit his familiar discuss routine to the hilt, while director Martin Ritt and cinematographer Oswald Morris immerse him in a gritty, back-alley vision of daily life. The resulting gray, cheerless milieu is almost literally a wet blanket, but the complex story, combined with Burton's presence and several well-honed support performances, assure emotional involvement. His love interest is Nancy Perry, Claire Bloom, a communist assistant librarian who brings out Alex's softer side almost in spite of himself. His German antagonist, Fiedler, Oskar Werner, is the most attractive character in the film. Never less than an unsentimental enemy, Werner gives Fiedler an almost boyish integrity. His technician's insistence on symmetry and logic is as close as anyone gets to values greater than expediency. Without the performer's skills, the multifaceted characters, moral complexity, and emotional involvement would be impossible, leaving only the story's constant shifts, reversals, and table-turning. Once explained, those involutions make sense in a kind of diabolical Machiavellian way, but the action is almost too complicated for its own good. Alec has a speech near the end that lays bare the amorality and hypocrisy of all the players in this deadly game of espionage one-upsmanship. But, as brutally frank as Burton's tour de force delivery may be, it induces more impressed appreciation than sympathy. To give credit where it is due, events lead to a conclusion that is just about the antithesis of a Hollywood happy ending. There is a strong suggestion that such a relatively rosy conclusion is imminent, but Ritt and company follow things through to a thoroughly gray denouement. In a sense, though, that determination is exactly what is wrong with the film, not because the ending is a downer, but because it is so for its own sake. In what was probably seen as a final twist, the relentless logic of the action is cheapened and muddied by an undercutting of expectation that equates cynicism with insight.